Reitanna Seishin here. Well, I did it. I made a sim based on me. The real me. This is not Reitanna, this is Kara. So, there's still a lot of things that I have to do. I have to add on the scabs and the body hair. Um, Honestly, when it comes to my eyebrows, I have like a couple of hairs that are noticeable, but I don't think I want to spend my time making, my eyebrows. I still need to make my eyelashes though because they're light colored and some are missing. But, um, my my front teeth are bigger than that, but that's not really something I can control. So, this is me. Let's take a look at my traits. Not my relationships. Who? Who are you? I don't know who you are. Oh, you're the landlord. What are traits? They're there. Okay, so I've got author because I am a writer. Jealous because I get jealous. Paranoia, social anxiety disorder, introvert, anxious, lazy, socially awkward, loner, sweet because I can be kind, and I try to be cheerful. Lonely intellectual because I'm not a genius, but I am intelligent. So, and lonely, use that term with a grain of salt because I do have Michael and I have my rats, but still, perfectionist, hot-headed, creative, vegetarian, goofball, bipolar type 2, unmotivated, compulsive gamer, shy, hates children, sarcastic, music lover, spiritual, not in the religious sense. There are different kinds of spirituality. Insecurity, independent, I like to use white paint when I'm painting, mentally gifted, temporary genius, because like I said, I am not a genius, but I say temporary genius because, for those of us who are intelligent, we have those moments where we're like, oh my god, I just had the most genius moment, and everybody's like, oh my god, you're a genius! If only it were permanent, right? Permanent, right? Webmaster, not like I'm a master at it, but that I spend most of my time on the computer. Piper, I have her practicing singing, and she's inspired right now. Expressionistic, observant, creatively gifted, creative visionary. I'm not a visionary, and I don't make masterworks, but having this as a trait for a sim, regardless of how close to me you're supposed to be. Speed reader, companion, spice hound, sickness resistant because I have a pretty strong immune system, night owl, chopstick savvy, mastermind because I can, masterminds know just the right things to say to cause anger, sadness, and jealousy in their opponents. Never weary, that's, I am weary, I am tired, but this is to, basically this sim is not on her medication, so this is to represent the insomnia. Great kisser, gotta have some positive traits in there. Poetic, sincere, home turf is the Sims become happy when they are in their home neighborhood, more like in my home, muser, and quick learner. And I think there were other, let's see, I don't know why I did that. Let's go to remove trait and see what we have. Cannot be impregnated. I actually don't know how fertile I am, but I don't want her getting pregnant. Actually, I have all of my Sims so they can't get others pregnant or get pregnant. I'm a female, a young adult. My phone color is hot pink polka dot. I sit on the toilet. I cannot get others pregnant. Shocking, I know. And I'm right-handed. So she looks a little too happy right now because she's inspired. And she lives in an apartment, which I really don't think she should be living alone because let's face it, as introverted as I am, I do need one person, because we're humans and we're social creatures, and I can't be isolated, not only because I am a danger to myself if I don't have my medication, but I am extremely dependent on those who take care of me. That's one of my one of the many things I don't like about myself. But let's talk about what she looks like. So this is her daily attire. I have friendship bracelets on my wrists, so I put those to represent it. I don't usually wear socks unless I'm cold or after I get out of the shower. Um, because, fun fact, the palms of my hands and the bottom of my feet, I don't like getting wet because of tactile defensive sensory. And let's see, I'm always in my pajama pants, which are purple, not pink, but that's okay. And I usually just wear a t-shirt. And since it's been hot and my hair's long enough, I've been putting it in a ponytail. But if I were to be honest with myself, she still has a little too much hair. Got some small breasts, a pot belly, and a really nice butt, because at least I have that. And on my YouTube, users will know my Hall of Shame series where I said I was a banana, and it's because I have little to no hip definition. I wish you could make your sim slouch. I could give her the sluggish walking style, but I don't actually walk like that. I slouch, but I'm not like... So, yep, I was gonna give her a Slipknot shirt, but I didn't have a Slipknot shirt for boys, and the girl shirts have shorter sleeves, so I put on one of my male tool shirts. So... her eyes are probably not dark enough. My eyes are hazel and they look like that in the sunlight, but not when it's not indoors. And even though I tried to make this look as much like me as possible, I still think she looks too pretty. And she has star earrings, even though I actually wear safety pins in my ears because the backing of earrings will cause me to scab behind my earrings, or behind my ears, if I sleep on my side or wear my headphones for too long because the back of the earring digs into my skin. And I have my lobes pierced 3 times, but that's as best as I could do. So, my nose was really hard to get because I don't have a strong bridge, but it's not pointy. My facial shape was really hard to get, and I think my neck is too skinny. That looks really weird. I don't know, it was hard because I wasn't looking at myself in the mirror. I tried to avoid looking at myself in the mirror. So let's change her outfit. No, change outfit. Okay, so here's some formalness. My hair is blonde right now, so that's why she's blonde. Alright, so try to make myself look presentable. It's not easy. Now right now she has black eyebrows. I'm going to change that. I have to draw on my eyebrows. I'm going to change it to brown. I just had a problem because at the time I was using some face paint eyes, which looked a lot better than these. And my drawn on eyebrows are in face paint category, so I tried to change my brown ones to the eyebrow ring category, but this lip ring is in the eyebrow ring category, so I have to switch it to a different category. So, your expression is weird. Can you just look normal, please? Like, just... please? No? Okay, then. And I don't know what's going on these weird shines with the earrings, but they're kind of doing it in my eyes, too. At least they were in Cass. Oh, and I have nice eyelashes because, honestly, I would try to make my eyelashes look as good as possible. Preferably for, like, just quick occasions. I would put on eyeliner more on the underside of my top lid, on the inside of my lids, and mascara to try and hide the fact that I am missing eyelashes. And I don't actually have this dress, but it's something I would probably wear. I have shoes that are similar to that. I know it doesn't really match, but with formal occasions, I don't really try that hard. So, change outfit. Athletic. That's funny. So, for athletic, let's pretend that... Okay, so athletic for me would be walking at night with Michael. Um, so basically, usually I just throw on a shirt and some jeans, and my shoes are just like white sneakers. So usually I actually do wear the same shirt that I wear during the day, but I decided to put her in a Adventure Time tank top. So and I usually wear a hat. And let's pretend that, I do go out during the day, which I do not, to try and avoid being social. First of all, I'm very sensitive to the sun. I'm really pale. So honestly, I'd like to say I'd be wearing a tank top, but I would get sunburnt. But I would have a hat on. Hat mostly because I'm ashamed of my hair, and the sunglasses to try and, keep the sun out of my eyes because I am in a dark apartment all day. And to try and, keep everybody out, if I were to be going out alone, which I can't, I would have my music on. So, headphones. Yay. Rip. This is the best I could do for my hair down. I wish my hair was that thick. So I'm in the same exact outfit that I am during the day. I'm not joking. Now, I gave her a teddy bear, but the stuffed animal I sleep with, Charmer, isn't exactly a teddy bear. He's a strange little thing. He's weird. I like to joke that he's a cursed doll that I was compelled to buy. I've wanted to give him sort of that history, like a creepypasta type history. I know he's not actually cursed, okay? I don't believe in curses or anything. But it was the fact that I saw him at a thrift store and I felt I had to have him that I joke about that. And I feel I always need him. He's like my comfort item. And so I never sleep without him. But this is a clayified version of some alpha hair that's... Is that really as far as you can go? You suck. And I'd say it's sort of that length, but it is way too thick. But it was messy. And really, that's the best that I could think of doing. So now, the good part is my party outfit, which I still have to tweak a little bit, and I'll show you why. Now, because of my shame over my hair, open your eyes. I would actually be wearing a wig, but when I tried to change this pink, it would change it back to blonde because I have my blonde hair. What I will do about that is I will clone this hair and make it only pink, make it only have one swatch, and it should have all the rest blonde and this pink. So I would wear a wig, and that's kind of obvious because it's longer than my actual hair. If it's an occasion where I'm like a party or something, I will try and hide my ugliness as much as possible, and I will try my hardest to look as cute and colorful as possible to try and make myself actually feel pretty. So, cute wig, smiley face, rainbow flowers, really cute makeup, false eyelashes that are really nice and thick, bright lipstick, just bright random colors that don't even match, and just try to look as freaking adorable and cute and pretty as I possibly can with the magic of makeup. So, yep. And then, swimming. This is what I'm wearing for swimming because guess what? I don't swim. I can't swim. I hate water. So, in reality, let's say I'm at Senpai's house. She has a pool. She likes swimming. In reality, I would be sitting at the side of the pool with a hat, again, because of shame for my hair. I just got a little bow. Sunglasses and music again in case I need to go into my own little world, in case there are people around for some reason. And I'd probably be wearing... I do like shorts, but I wear these leggings because it's kind of gross socially wise. We are under this taboo that I haven't shaved my legs in a really long time because of just being unmotivated to make myself look pretty. So I would wear leggings in public to try and hide that, but still try and look cute if I were in public. And then those are my shoes, and yeah, aren't I just the most perfect person in the world? So basically I made her two. I guess you could say it was an attempt at an eye-opener of who I truly am, but I already knew that. I just wanted to see the contrast between myself and who I wish I was. So, let's change you back into your normal. And then you can go on being you, I guess. I don't know who I might make a... Because I have Michael already. I don't want to make a second version of Michael because the version of Michael I have is pretty much him. So... But really quick, let's go visit the person that I want to be, and that's Reitanna. Now, she should have kept... They both should have kept their traits. I haven't started their house yet. And in Cephalon, I actually live in a blapple tree in a in a mushroom that I'm not allergic to. I don't know why I can't think of the word right now. A non-toxic mushroom, and it's hollowed out. So this is Reitanna, and so she's the person in my Reitanna fiction. She's the person that my cartoon self is based on. Now she's got a hamster on her shoulder, but I recently found rats, so I'm going to, they're decor objects, but I'm going to take one, or two, put them on my shoulder. So, excuse me. So here's the cute one. She more resembles what I looked like when I was 18 and 19, though my hair was still pretty thin. It looked a little thicker when I was 19. So let's take a look at your traits. So creative, vegetarian, bookworm, excitable, cheerful, sweet, loves outdoors, author, compulsive gamer, romantic, good, artistic prodigy, ambitious, goofball, hates children, expressionistic, speed reader, observant, sincere, poetic, creative visionary, chopstick savvy, tormentor, piper, sickness resistant, spice hound, companion, creatively gifted, mastermind, savant, night owl, alluring, quick learner, muser, and home turf, because I still give her a little bit of realism. And in order to add more realism, I just recently got the bipolar trait, so I'm gonna need to go find that. I didn't give steel bladder because even though I can hold it, it's not good for me. I've had a kidney infection before, so I try not to. So, myself is, Reitanna's more social than I am. She also can sleep better. But there's a, let's see, bipolar 2. I wish I had bipolar 1. There's something else she's missing. You know what? I didn't give her spirituality. Still, I try not to make her too amazing. I wish I was a star student. I was a good student. I wasn't a star student. Come on, where is it? I also didn't give her jealousy. I didn't give her introvert either. And I'm actually going to take away home turf. I didn't give her social anxiety disorder. Maybe I shouldn't give her bipolar and just give that to Attire because she's the one who's the problem. Did I give Senpai her borderline? Crap. Oh, I didn't give her temporary genius. Also, the new trait was at peace. At peace. Is Reitanna's pretty optimistic, I think. I didn't really think this through. Optimist. Speed reader. Marp. I didn't mean to do that. I meant this. Okay, so what I am taking away basically the more negative ones. So I'm gonna take away bipolar and give that to Attire. Attire will be an extreme version of myself, so she'll have a lot more negative traits than I already have. Reitanna's more social, but maybe I should. Yeah, I'm gonna give her socially gifted. I don't want to say love is easy for me. With all of my unsuccess with relationships, Mike just happens to be the success, but that's okay. I wish I was physically gifted. I won't even give that to my fictional self because it's so far-fetched. Okay. I will find it. Didn't give her paranoia or loner or gregarious. See, I won't go as far as giving her blessed. I cannot grow to save my life, so I won't give her that either. I'm lucky my tree's alive. There we go. I like white paint. So let's take a look at... Well, first of all, I want to take a look at your outfits. Remind myself what you do, what you look like. So I'm probably going to work on this or something, make it more colorful. Hey. Hey! Isn't she pretty? She's got bigger breasts, she has a little more hip definition, and she's not so fat. I didn't make her stick thin. I didn't give her the complete body I wish I had because I still wanted to make it a little more realistic. I should make a sim, though, that is like unrealistically who I wish I was. Even like more than Reitanna. I should make my ideal perfect me. That will never ever happen. Then again, Reitanna will never happen either. So there's her formal. I look even cute in my athletic wear. Look at that little ponytail. Cute little ponytail. She's so cute. Now, I was going to put myself into something sexy for Michael because he would love that. But I was thinking about my cartoon self, and I was thinking maybe it should be more realistic, but I'm debating. I think I'll ask Michael what he would prefer. Apparently, they're about to have a conversation. Oh, cute! That's party. I might change that. If I change anything in her outfit, I have to go find and change Attire's outfit. What's adding that texture onto the phone? What? Okay, so this is not as modest as it probably should be. I think I should go in and change that, because even with the person I wish I was, probably not that confident. But she'll actually swim, because, you know, swimming's good for you. But you could see, that she's a little bit skinnier. I didn't make her breasts super big. I don't think I made the butt as big as it should be. And I only gave her a little bit of definition. I can achieve hip definition when I wear my corset because that's what they're for. So, yeah. And then Michael. Michael has this shirt. And he's carrying a video game controller. Let's look at his traits. His traits. He's nonchalant, sassy, a slob. I am too, but I guess I didn't give her that. Oh, and Michael's cartoon version lives in Clearwater Park, across the street from Justin, whom I have not made sim. But I figured, we're gonna be married, at some point, at least within the year, so I made them live together in here, because they're married. Romantic, silly, lazy, self-assured, goofball, sarcastic, compulsive gamer, tech genius, geek, shameless, night owl, independent, mentally gifted, speed reader, entrepreneurial, handy, webmaster, sickness resistant. He has a stronger immune system than I do. Savant, natural leader, mentor, home turf, cause he does. He does prefer to be home. Meltmaster because, unlike me, he can actually make grilled cheese. I'm chopstick savvy, so business savvy and quick learner. That's basically him. I added his negative traits because, well, let's face it, he really doesn't have very many negative traits at all, so,
Hey.
Mescanor!
Aww. Basically, I based this off of what he wore for his wedding with his ex-wife. Probably pretty close to what he's gonna wear at our wedding. But I think I should tell him to be, as casual as he wants to be. Like, even if he wore his flannel shirt or whatnot. So, just... And his tie is going into his belly. He is, a bigger guy. I don't have a problem with that. But this tie seems to have a problem with that. And he used to wear glasses, so I do make his cartoon character wear glasses, but I'm thinking about removing them because he wears contacts now. This is a chance your outfit. So again, this is as if we're walking, and he has that shirt too, so that's a Daniel Bryan shirt. I was so happy to find so many wrestling shirts. And I almost put him... I almost put him in boxers because, when we're not out, I can, if it's hot, I'll take my shirt off and just walk around in my bra. That's no problem. And he just, walks around in his boxers. Again, that's no problem. We've been dating for over 7 years. We're pretty damn comfortable with each other. But he sleeps naked, and I almost did that. I almost did, but I was like, I'm thinking I'm gonna try and keep most of my households as safe for work as possible, so I just put him in the sweatpants that he'll sleep in when it's cold. Ugh, I feel like I need to pop my neck when it's not popping. Party. This is the flannel shirt that I was talking about. He looks a lot like Kurt Cobain when, if he's gone 2 days without washing his hair and he wears a white shirt and a flannel shirt and, random jeans. He's sexy. I think he's sexy. He's my type. I can, say that I like, girly Asian guys, and I do. I like to look at them, but dating one is not quite... realistic for me. I've always dated guys that are heavier set, nerdy, and, well, let's face it, a lot of my friends don't agree that I think they're attractive. I've dated two skinny guys. One was just, I wasn't really physically attracted to him. It was mainly personality. Found out later that he was faking his personality to get attention. I wasn't the only victim of that, apparently. And one was, the other skinny one was attractive, but he ended up being abusive, so... Now, neither of us swim. But if he were to swim, this is what he would wear. So I even asked him about it. I'm like, let's say you are going to swim for some reason. So yep. Let's put you guys back in your daily attire.
Puma Schmiesne? Oh, Chori.
Justne. Vipepto Ugum.
Kiss him!
You, Prepna Pelzo.
Kiss him.
Yabao Nashaway.
Kiss. Kiss him! Oh. We're almost the same height. My height slider kind of screws with kissing animations and other animations, but he's just a teeny bit taller than me. So I haven't, like I said, I haven't started... What is... Oh, that's a leaf. I don't have to do that. I could just go to this. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh! Forgot to mention. I renamed the worlds. The worlds are renamed. This is Smilesville, so it's basically like... I mean, Smilesville's much bigger than that, and they have sub-quadrants and stuff. Haven't named all the sub-quadrants. I just know that our version of Hollywood is Jollywood, where Kiki Mimi lives, as well as other celebrities. But this is Smilesville, and the name changer unfortunately couldn't change the world names of my current save, so I had to make a new save and transfer the households in The Sims over. Luckily, it was only time-consuming and not difficult. This is the Wayward City Wastelands. I call it that because it's the more flat, desolate areas of Wayward City, which is mainly on the outskirts. This is West Clearwater Park, which is lucky because there's a lot of water, so I actually moved Clearwater Beach, the Clearwater Beach house, to this on a 64 by 64 lot. So I have to tweak the beach again, but it'll be more spacey and in a more realistic area now. This is Smilesville's Happy District. Since there doesn't seem to be any housing, this seems to just be like retail and stuff, so there's only 4 slots, I guess. So I'll be making some neato stuff that we find fun. This is East Clearwater Park, which was, you know, this area. And I changed some of the Sims living areas. Like right here is Jamie and the other character from Pretty Boy that I haven't finished writing. I put the Rowdy Rough Boys here because I feel like they're not as villainous as the Powerpunk Girls. Because the Powerpunk Girls are supposed to be polar opposites, whereas the Rowdy Rough Boys are just supposed to be, you know, the gender bends, and are under the influence of evil. So I still don't know what I'm doing with him. I do need to recolor their clothes, though. I put the plant Sims back here, and guess what? I got the floor windows to work, because I had finally got the expansion pack, so they got sunlight going in through their house. And then this is Eye Candy's Harry Potter and Draco Malfoy. Trying to make... I was going to make mini Hogwarts, but I'm like, you know, 2 of them don't need something as big as a mini Hogwarts. So I'm making... It's the room of requirement, and so I'm making the outside look as Hogwartsy as possible, and make the inside as wizardy as I can, which is difficult because the Sims not only have cell phones, but, you know, like TV and stuff, but I'm working around it. Damn muggles. And here's Central Wayward City, because it's actually a city. Now, I put my true self in Wayward City because this is where the apartments are. Over here is the Aces, which they live in a penthouse, I believe. Over here is going to be Bones, which is a nightclub. It is a nightclub, not generic. And it's very not safe for work, so you won't be seeing it. And I haven't moved in anybody else. Womp womp. Let's see. I should look at who lives where. Oh, right. Reitanna! I mean, oh my god. So, this is where Clearwater Beach is. Unfortunately, there's not actually a shore. It's on a cliff, but that's okay because the environment is a little bit better. And then this is some kind of island. I don't know what I'm going to do with the island. I put my playing with fire characters there. What I'm going to do is going to be awesome, okay? I'm going to make Zim's house and, like, a smaller version of Dib's house so that, you know, because Zim's house is really small and cramped, and I'm going to put it right up next to Dib's house. And who lives here? Coda and Tomoko. I put Dante and Virgil over here. I don't see any other plum bobs. So, and I haven't done anything with any of the retail areas or attractions or whatever. And in the Wastelands, I was thinking of moving the Jisatsu brothers to the city, but not only do they not live close to the city, but they also live across the street from Attire, and I put Attire with Naleve and Iatmes over here. Currently working on the Jisatsu mansion. This is Scatter. I kept them here because they are more hidden and I don't see them living in the city. This is still Sigma Omega. I'm going to make like a mini university. And I just found a bunch of custom content for fraternity, so that's going to be perfect. I still haven't figured out what this is going to be. I tried to make a mini version of the euthanasia coaster with some roller coaster parts I had, but even that was too big, so I don't know what I'm going to do. I really wanted to put in the theme park. So this is still Paradise Lost. This is still Lady. This is the Powerpunk Girls. No one lives there yet. This is still Hannibal Lecter and Will Graham. This is the Goth family. This is Pyramid Head and a nurse. And I'm thinking about, long time ago in high school, I made a character based on the concept of what the hell is under Pyramid Head's helmet. And I made her a cute little girl. And I made her the movie Pyramid Head's daughter. So I have two costumes for The Sims. I have the movie Pyramid Head and I have Silent Hill 2 Pyramid Head. So I'm going to make, and her name was Pyrrha, because why not? She had blue hair. So I'm probably going to add that to them as his daughter, just because I feel like there needs to be more. And when I finally do get to this, I'm going to make it Silent Hill-ish, and I have a bunch of decor of Silent Hill monsters, or at least from Silent Hill 2, so that's going to be fun. And then this is Dominic and Kale, and then this is my cemetery. Oh yeah, I haven't tested to see. Okay, let's go to them real quick. Oh yeah, I think I managed to fix Dead Molly's head accessory. Not her hand yet. I need to find somebody who's good at working with body parts. I just want to chop off her finger! She's missing a finger. That's the only thing she couldn't find in her grave to sew back on. Oh my god. You are not... Why are you playing with that? That's not supposed to be a toy! This arch works as a toy for some reason, but it... You're not supposed to play with me! At least the giant mailbox is gone. Stop playing with the toy. Hey. Oh my god. She freaking... Go here. Go here. Stop talking to the zombie. Okay. Go here. And inventory. Okay. Place in world. And stop playing with it. No, put it down! She's my poltergeist, so I made her playful and childish, and unfortunately that also means that she plays with toys, and I didn't realize that the person who made this made it have toy attributes, and I tried to go into the package and fix it, but I obviously didn't. I don't even remember who I got it from. Well, obviously Black Mojitos, but you know, I don't have Tumblr, so I think I got it from Abandoned Sims, but I'm not sure. I need to tell them that they're acting like a toy. Oh no! The lights lights go out and it can't be saved. I don't remember the other words. I used to know that song by heart. And with the expansion packs comes new traits, lot traits. So it's cursed, it's haunted, and it has natural light. Natural Wayward City light. Oh my god, be exactly where I put you. Why don't you obey? It's like you can totally hear my voice and everything. Oh my god. If only technology just did as we said, right? If only technology fixed itself. Okay. Alright. Ghosts. The ghosts need sleep. That's funny. I figured that out. And I thought it was weird. So, I'm pretty sure though I gave them the never weary trait, so... Oh my god. Oh my god, do as I say, okay? Do it. Alright? Do as I say. Hello, Potter. Damn it! It's like at one angle it looks one way and an... These are supposed to be decorative columns, for a roof, I believe, so they didn't bother closing the mesh up there. Good enough. I don't care. 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 Give me! Because it's sort of out of the lot limits, it's like hard to grab from some angles. But what I was talking about with the mailbox is actually... I should show a picture. Crap. There's some not safe for work pictures in here, so I'm gonna pause this real quick and find the mailbox. So here's the mailbox. What happened was I clicked on this mailbox with shift to disable needs decay and stuff like that, but I accidentally clicked set as head because I didn't know what that meant. I thought set the selected sim as head of the household. So I was gonna make my vampire the head of the household because vampires. But instead, it put the mailbox, a giant version of the mailbox, on his head. And then I guess he set it down or something, but he set it down outside of the lot, so the only thing I could do was click it in live mode, and it acts like a mailbox. I could not get rid of it. But thankfully I was able to get rid of it after moving the save. This was my attempt at making Wayward City ground. Unfortunately, the grass isn't world specific, so I just had to make everything Smilesville grass. My terrain paint for it is a little too bright though, and that's coming from me. Come here. Okay, so if it's right here, then it won't go out the other side. Okay. Are we good? Golden. Okay, so I've got to try and figure out... Oh, is that the fog? No? Oh no, she died of steam. Oh, I have a better idea though. But so far, I will show you, and I have more stuff now, so I'll be able to show or move things. But let's check Oh, right. I'm in build mode. Never mind. Okay. So, I added some little decals that are supposed to be fog, but I honestly don't see them. But we're in luck, and I'll show you why in a moment. Now in Wayward City, the trees don't have leaves. They're actually black and dead, but I have a few black dead trees, but they just didn't look right in this scene, so I went ahead and I just put Silent Hill shrubbery and trees and stuff. I have to hiccup. I work with Sims 4 Studio, but I recently found out... There's a rat right there. Recently found out that you can actually, recolor fences, stairs, and railings, and, what are these? Spandrels and columns in the Sims Workshop. And it got an update, from the last time I tried to use it, which it was, like, broken. So I'm gonna be able to use that. So the stairs and stuff don't match with the, mausoleum. It's called a mausoleum, right? I'm not dumb, okay? I just mix up things. So this is gonna be the mausoleum, and, whoops, inside I have put coffins and torches, which can be lit, but I think I have a better casket that would look more appropriate in a mausoleum, even if it's one of these kinds of cemeteries. This arch and these fences are not actually, you know, fences and stuff. They're decor. Like I said, this is a toy, apparently. I hope that's the only thing that's a toy. God. So... there's that, and there are stairs leading down to the basement, which will be their house, basically. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do, actually, is... it was in here. Right, yes. Let's see, bubbles... a little heat in your hot springs with a steamy vent. No pool is as fresh or moist, really, without the understeamer. I got a twitch. Okay, so that's steamy without bubbles, right? Big bubbles. Steam and ornate, not much of a bubbles crack person. Bubbles crack. Let's do this one, because I think I'll be able to hide that under... Yes, I will. Alright, so if we want steam to look... we want fog, so let's use steam instead. And we're gonna put it under the graves. Oh. I don't know how the dead get money, but whatever floats your boat. Paradise Lost has money too, so... Anyway. And I'm only gonna put the steam inside the cemetery, because creepy. I had some other gravestones and stuff, but they were too brightly colored. They looked like they would, even the broken ones looked like they, God, Reitanna, learn to speak. They would, belong in, like, a nice cemetery and not a graveyard. I'll put a skull right there. And there's a rat. I think there are a couple of rats in here, and another skull's over there. I wanted to make the skeleton look less alive, so he was, like, reaching out, so I put some dirt underneath him to make it look like he was, like, trying to get out or something, and he just kind of, you know, 'cause I don't think there are living skeletons in Wayward City. I didn't intend on making... Oh, there's another rat. Living skeletons. Did I put steam under here? No, I did not. Oops. I'm so used to Blender that when I move something here, I right-click as if it's gonna cancel my action. Alright, but I did put it under here, right? Yeah. I did not put one. Crow! You're supposed to be in the tree! Oh, there's another rat over there. I also found a pet cage. So when I give my Reitanna sim rats, I can actually put them in a cage. Now, where exactly did I have you? I think you need to go up a little more. I had you right here. Are you too high? Stop lagging. There's only one way to find out. Yeah, you are, but does it matter? Is it noticeable? There's the perfectionist in me. You're not even centered on the branch right! It's like, even if somebody else doesn't notice the flaws, I do. And that's the problem. I'm like, is it perfect? Is it perfect? Is it perfect? It needs to be perfect. Why isn't it perfect? Why isn't everything perfect? Why aren't I perfect? Everything needs to be perfect. At least everything I do needs to be perfect. And if it's not, I'm a failure. And I'm worthless, so... Oh my god, that's gonna bother me. Okay, what would I rather have? A floating crow showing its feet on the branch and you can't really tell it's floating from afar? Or a crow with no feet coming in contact with the branch? Ugh! I think it's centered okay. Oh, I can tell it's floating! Maybe I can only tell it's floating because I know it's floating. Leave it! Leave it! I don't care! 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 I don't care. Reitanna, it really sounds like you care. Well, I don't, so get that out of your head right now. Alright, so let's go back into live mode. Oh no. Bubbles. I thought it was just steam, okay? Okay, I need the round one. Unfortunately, when I go back in the live mode and then back in the build mode, I can't use the undo button, but that's okay. This won't be that hard. Reitanna, you could just exit out, go to manage worlds without saving. But then I'd have to take away the arch again. But Reitanna, wouldn't that be less time consuming? Then I'd have to put the lights and the crow back. Ah, you're right. Okay, never mind, just keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. Ooh, did I put 2 under there or something? Wait. Yes, I did. I'm an idiot. And for once you guys agree with me that what I'm doing right now is for a good reason. Okay. Of course I didn't put 1 there. Reitanna, you could actually tell because of the bubbles. I know, the perfectionist in me has to double check, okay? Otherwise it's gonna, like, drive me nuts. And then later I find out that it's there and I'll have to go back and delete it. You don't understand how my mind works. It panics over the stupidest, most trivial things, and I hate it. It's another one of my flaws that, unfortunately, even if I don't like it, I have accepted it. And is that even? Yes. Da 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 da. It reminds me of Ocarina of Time when you have to push back the graves to find. Oh, da 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 is I got a thing. It's da 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 da. Which I cannot find a. Let's see. I just found a secret door. Fail. I tried. No one can say Zim never tried. Speaking of Zim, I think after I get the Steam right and go over their traits and fix Molly's face, or try to fix Molly's face, I am... Oh no! It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't panic. Don't panic. Reitanna, you panic when you don't need to panic, so just calm down. Alright? No more bubbles? No more bubbles. Alright, let's go back to the poo and get the round one. Because this says Add a little heat to your hot springs with this steamy vent. No pool is... It doesn't actually say anything about bubbles, but this one does. So, not much of a bubbles crap person. So, let's use this one. Boop. Boop. I also wanna... Was I saying something? Was I in the middle of... something? I want to go to... Okay, I want to go... What I was trying to say is after this, I want to... Oh, no. Go to Zim and Dib and get them... No! Romantically involved. I can fix it! With the move objects. No! No! Okay. The only thing that we can do is try to make it blend in. Can you tell it's there? Well, from the back, you kinda can. Okay, 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 okay. Wait, wait. Stop that. Okay. What if I move this instead? No, no, okay. Reitanna, you don't have OCD, so you have no reason to be obsessive. This is darker. Wait, what about that brown-green one? Okay, let's do that. We'll have to do the same thing with this one. Brown-green because algae. Huh, that is, that's not right. Oh, right, I used move objects. Okay. All I want is cemetery fog! Graveyard fog! Spooky graveyard! Ooh! Alright, good enough. It's okay. It's good enough, it's good enough, it's good enough. Is there one under here? Yes. And again, I left click because I'm dumb. I didn't know it could go on the stairs like that. Okay. Did I put one here? Yes. Did I put one here? Yes. Did I put one here? Yes. One here? Yes. One here? Yes. Hi, guys. Ha! I had a weird dream the other night where I was being mind controlled or something, or something, and I was being controlled to be a really funny clown-like entertainer, and I was doing this thing where there was like piano music, like happy piano music, and I was doing random things while saying aha, 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 aha. And then there would be a little riff of piano, and then aha! Or something, and like I'd pop out of some random thing. I can't really explain it well enough to really express to you what it was like. So, oh, there's a rat right there too. And I want to recolor the rats to try and match some of the rats I actually own. Like Tommy, Jerry, and Orbit are all hooded rats. Sammy, it says keep out because they don't really want none. If you can get that reference, I will be so proud of you. I don't know what the technical term for what Sammy and Rem were, but of course Ezio was albino. So, all right. Now that that's accomplished, I feel like there's lack of fog in here, but this is the walking pathway. Reitanna, just deal with it. Okay, I will. I'll just deal with it. But the bubbles! But the bubbles! No! but the bubbles, guys. The steam looks cool. Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take these away. And then later on my own time... Cool. Later on my own time, I'm going to try and modify this thing so that it doesn't spew bubbles. This one isn't even spewing steam. Reitanna, I can't believe you're gonna make us sit through this again. What happens when I'm live and I pause the stream? Do you guys just wait there? I think there's another rat right there. I mean, what would you rather do? Watch me do this? Or just sit and wait for the stream to come back? In silence? Or do they play an ad or something? You know, if it were me, I think I'd rather just watch this. But I am gonna keep this where it is. Yeah. Okay. Because since I moved the grave... Yeah. Womp. Oh, yes. Oh. That's exactly where I wanted to put it. Totally looked great there. I should have left it. Sigh. You know, on normal occasions I would be excited about Bubbles. But this is Wayward City. And Bubbles are too happy. Wayward City is a bad, bad place. Oh dear. Reitanna, I don't know, we don't know why you said oh dear. It's not really that big of a deal. But I guess in your mindset, oh! Oh no, imperfections! Now you know why I pick at my skin. Alright, so... I guess we're not doing steam right now. But... pretty much everyone else kept their traits. So I'm hoping... Yes, they did. Okay, so this is my poltergeist. Jacqueline Stewart. She's just, I just clicked random in the sim and then killed her. So, she's an optimist, determinator, curious, hyper, childish, cheerful, a slob, sassy, ambitious, silly, prankster, excitable, crazy, self-assured, tormentor, goofball, shameless, hardly hungry, naturalist, antiseptic, because I don't see how ghosts can get dirty, hilarious, socially gifted, never weary, sickness resistance, carefree, immortal, because they're already dead, steel bladder, death by steam, and gregarious. I tried to base most of her traits off of Peeves from Harry Potter. So, you know, just a really cheerful, happy poltergeist who's semi-harmless. This is a child. And he is a loner, he's socially awkward, gloomy, shy, an introvert, hardly hungry, immortal, steel bladder, sickness resist. She has steel bladder, right? I gave her a steel bladder, right? Yes, I did. Steel bladder, naturalist. She has naturalist too, right? Yes, she does. How did I miss that? I don't know how I missed that. So basically, Sims that are naturalists don't need to fear fire. I don't see why any ghost would fear fire. So let's go back to the kid. Jarrett, apparently. Sickness, resistance, never weary, antiseptic, home turf, and death by hunger. So most likely he is like this because he was abandoned, and unfortunately he's one of the unlucky ones and couldn't get any food, so he died of hunger. Very unfortunate. But and he would honestly be tied to the cemetery with all of his fellow dead-uns. So this is an angry ghost. She's elderly. I'm not quite sure how she died. She died of anger. Unflirty, mean, prankster, Pyromaniac, hot-headed, evil, insane, arrogant, kleptomaniac, sarcastic, violent, anarchist, shameless, antiseptic, steel bladder, hardly hungry, never weary, sickness resistance, immortal, tormentor, night owl, naturalist, death by old age, quick learner, and dastardly. Since she died by anger, I want to assume she's a revenge ghost, you know, killed by somebody, and only sticks around because of vengeance, you know, Ju-on style. But she's still old, so I mean, maybe death by old age. Maybe she didn't get murdered. Maybe she feels like there was something she still needed to do. But again, those kind of ghosts aren't violent. I don't believe in ghosts for real. I'm talking myth, you know, just what we know of, what we think we know of ghosts. So, or she was just a really angry old woman and that carried to the afterlife, and she didn't, maybe she had a heart attack by being too angry and she just didn't learn her lesson. Do you like that clipping right there? It's because I wanted the walls to be seamless. So look at that clipping. It's beautiful. And this guy, Maurice, he's gloomy. So he was like, he's a teen. So he probably committed suicide. Gloomy, nihilistic, lonely, intellectual, depressed, immortal, hardly hungry, naturalist, tormentor, independent, steel bladder, sickness resistance, never weary, death by drowning. Okay, so yeah, he would have walked into the ocean or something. Or in this case, in Wayward City, because Wayward City doesn't have an ocean, he probably would have drowned himself in Blood Pond or the river or something. Because if he went to Clearwater Park and tried to drown himself in the ocean, he would go, "What was I thinking? I feel great!" Because the air there makes it so that negative emotions are not felt, at least not in extreme cases. You can still feel mild disappointment, really mild harmless things. I mean, it's so good there that you don't even need to lock your doors. Antiseptic and quick learner. And let's go to my zombies, which I probably need to edit a little bit. Here's one zombie. She actually has Alessa's skin, Silent Hill. So, Silent Hill 3 version Alessa. Unflirty, hot-headed, unemotional, clumsy, zombie, absent-minded, shameless, independent, hardly hungry, steel bladder, night owl, antiseptic, sickness resistance, never weary, immortal, carefree, dastardly, and a collector, because why not? And she's a more violent zombie, and she's obviously has been dead longer than this guy. And she I didn't give her violent, did I? Why not? Why didn't I give you violent? You're not evil, though. Not everyone in Wayward City is messed up, just so you know. It's the stereotype because, just like all stereotypes, that's what, you know, the majority is. There are kind people. They just tend to keep to themselves because if the bad ones find out that you're kind, well, have fun. So, being a zombie, she's not that bright. And this is my other zombie. Molly is a special kind of zombie, so... How did you guys die? I feel like she probably was murdered. Oh. Yes, guys. Okay, so... I have some quote-unquote vampire teeth as accessories, but it glitches. And you can actually see it over here. It makes the eye go all wiggity-wacky, so... I decided to give him those vampire teeth so that his eye's missing. Because I'm a genius. Now, I could have given him hair to hide that, but maybe it's a scab or something. So you were probably murdered, which is why you're really angry and stuff. Are you? What are you? Okay. Unflirty, unemotional, unmotivated, zombie, dunce, absent-minded, clumsy, shameless, hardly hungry, independent, steel bladder, night owl, never weary, sickness resistance, carefree, immortal, essence of flavor, antiseptic, and dastardly. So you're less violent. You seem to be in a better mood. Antiseptic is basically so that their hygiene doesn't decay, because zombies would probably fall apart if they took a shower and such. Unfortunately, I will probably have to put in a shower, because they're still human. Oh, and I was gonna get rid of this hair that, I don't know why the modder didn't check it, what it looked like in cast or in game, but the mesh is terrible. I was gonna delete it. I'm glad I didn't, because she's missing hair, and that's the best. This, I know it's styled, but I sort of think of it as, part of his hair is missing, so, how did you die? Since you're clumsy, I feel like you got into an accident. Judging by your clothes, you don't look like you murdered somebody. Or maybe you do. But you don't die for murdering someone. Maybe that's after the fact, you know, brains. So I think maybe you got into some kind of accident. So, you klutz. Okay, Molly's a special kind of zombie. Molly got killed by her mother's stalker, who thought that she was her mother because she was sleeping in her mother's bed while her mother was at work. My Reitannites know this story already because I wrote a song about it called Molly's Lament. And after realizing he accidentally killed the daughter, he ran off. And Molly rose from the dead, stitched herself back up, because the way he killed her was he chopped her into pieces. She stitched herself back up, except for her finger, which is supposed to be missing. And she couldn't find the finger, I guess. And her mission is to find the guy who killed her and end his life. She's intelligent and not, whatchamacallit, not like clumsy. She's not like really hungry. Her mouth is actually stitched up, and the way she speaks is through telepathy. The other zombies don't have that power. Why she's like that, I haven't figured out, so right now it's a mystery. And she's a child, so she can't really explain it. So I also gave her attributes like telepathic attributes inspired by Carrie. So I made her a Pyromaniac, making her able to start fires with her mind. That's how she was dealing with the collectors in when it rained in Wayward City. People who are new to me and have just followed my Twitch have no idea what I'm talking about. So Pyromaniac, unemotional. She does feel anger, but mostly unemotional because she can't empathize with anybody else. She's mentally gifted, steel bladder, hardly hungry, frugal. This household has reduced bills. I don't know why. I just gave her that to reduce the bills. Shameless, independent, night owl, tormentor, naturalist. Obviously she, unlike the other zombies, she can't be hurt by fire. Mastermind, never weary, sickness resistance, carefree. I only gave her carefree, gave any of them carefree so that they don't feel tense. Immortal, dastardly, and antiseptic. So let's look at our vampire before we go in and see if her face works. Okay, so vampires. Not like Spark... What is going on with your... I got you right in the middle of a weird facial expression. But at least you could see his teeth. Look at those teeth. The person who made these teeth mesh were actually accurate with the vampire teeth. Most people think that they're the teeth outside of the canines. Right? Let's see. Yeah, those are canines. Yeah. And, I mean, I don't believe in vampires either. I don't believe in any, you know, paranormal, mythical things. Except for aliens. I believe that there are aliens out there, but I don't believe that they've been to our planet or care. So, according to mythology, vampires have 2 sets of fangs. So, you know, whatever. And he's no Twilight vampire. I had a Twilight phase when I was 16. I quickly grew out of it. But vampires, mostly in mythology, except for like Nosferatu, Well, in some stories, Nosferatu isn't like this, but it's supposed to be charming and perfect and able to do anything and able to get anyone. So he's a romantic, a bookworm, super keener, neat, music lover, art lover, perfectionist, arrogant, nonchalant, attractive, self-assured, snob, genius, vampire, vampire, hardly hungry. I don't have the vampire stuff pack, so that's the best I could do. Expressionistic, hardly hungry, speed reader, independent, shameless, professional, seducer, perfect host, beguiling, observant, mentally gifted, speak cleaner, antiseptic, night owl, sincere, socially gifted, poetic, handy, savant, super genius, immortal, carefree, never weary, player, because vampires are just all about that. Sickness, resistance, connections, meaning he knows people. So critically connected, mentor, steel bladder, naturalist, vampires can't be hurt by fire. In some parts of mythology, mastermind, natural leader, entrepreneurial. I'm American. I can't speak words. Quick learner, alluring, and muser. But that's not all just because he's a vampire. In real life, he would have been one of those guys who are really proper. In fact, I have a new trait that I could give him right now that would be perfect for you. I didn't give him hates children because of Molly and Jarrett. I also didn't give him active, even though he's like physically strong, because I didn't want him to be about sports and stuff. But unfortunately, that's how that is. Go! And he's not a pyromaniac. He can just withstand fire. Yeah. Excuse me. He's not necessarily evil, though. So I also got cursed, which makes a sim have a very miserable life. I haven't given that to anybody yet. I don't know who I'm going to give it to. Go! Where is it? Watch it be the last one. Goth. Should he be materialistic? No. Vicariously I live while the whole world dies. I don't know if he should be a great kisser. Cultured vampire, though. I mean, you're romantic, but I don't know. You wouldn't have long relationships just because you would, just use your partners, seduce, and drink their blood. So, and again, just like with all of Encephalon, not all of these creatures live in Wayward City, and not all of them are bad. There are vampires in Clearwater Park and Smilesville that are just fine, and they get their nutrition from, in Wayward City, they get their blood from humans, non-regrettably, words, from Clearwater Park and Smilesville, they either have like a blood substitute or have blood from donors for the purpose. So if you're donating blood, you can check mark the reason for it, and one can be to feed the vampires. There are also good zombies, but in Wayward City, the bad people are attracted to Wayward City because pretty much anything is legal, and even the things that are illegal are so loose. You can pretty much get away with almost anything. So, now, let's go look at Molly. Not a vain curse. Dead Molly, we are sorry you died. But really, dead Molly, we just want to hide. Whoop! Okay, girlfriend. Last time that's the wrong one. Last time I checked... Okay, clipping issues. Let's try something. Try to make her really small. I mean, the mask, unfortunately, unfortunately does follow the bones. I might have to go in and make it so it only follows the head. That's a little better. But I believe it follows the nose, so... Okay, let's back it up. And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna... Cause, let's see, how do you follow? Duck face. I have duck face. Yeah, so you follow regardless. What about in detail mode? I need your jaw. I need your jawline. Plus, I would need to give you the mask for each of them. Okay. So, let's put on the head. It's actually an entire head mesh. Oh, of course. Alright. So, detailed mode. Okay. When it comes to the neck shows clipping issues majorly, so I will have to actually delete those vertices. Oh, I see. Okay, so her real ears don't match that, so as much as I'd love to make it look like part of her ears cut off, which it is, I'm gonna have to just deal with the texture, delete the ears. Okay, it goes all the way around. It doesn't seem to be clipping through her hair. Jaw. Okay. The mask follows. The eyes still blink. I think she would be capable of blinking. Okay, so I would need to move it. Okay, I gotta write this down. Or maybe I can just refer to this video. Delete the ears. Remove the neck and behind the jaw area. Move mask outward a little bit. Move lips more outward. Let's see. And there was another thing. There was one more thing. What was it? The nose looks fine. Oh my god, this is gonna bug the crap out of me. What was it? What was it? Forgetful Reitanna is forgetful. Oh, the jaw. Oh, I got on lips. Remove it out. Move the ears. Let's make sure you're not clipping with any of the other hair. While I try and think about what I need. Okay, I already checked this. Double check it though. I was gonna give her alpha hair, but I couldn't find matching hairs for all the other situations. I'm not even sure about this one. In reality, I really don't think Molly would be too interested in dressing herself up, but, you know, for funsies. What else? Oh right, I need to add it for all of them, so that when I replace the package, it will already fix itself and I don't have to reapply it. I don't need to change the width of it. The bones. I need to change the bones. Okay. So, here's what her mouth does. It's technically closed, but it can, when it opens, unfortunately it can still open. I think I can fix that with changing the bones though. And, I mean, obviously I can't stop her from talking, so there's the telepathy. One thing about keeping the lips from moving would be that she can't smile, and she totally does smile. But I mean, I think you can still tell that her lips are supposed to be stitched up, even when she opens her mouth. So, yeah. And I did have her with custom white eyes that I had, but somebody else made these really shiny, nice ones, and I thought they looked a little more realistic. So, yep, there's dead Molly. In your hand. Okay? Girlfriend, your hand. Still doesn't freaking work. Hey, I changed your skin. Why is your finger still white? The finger isn't supposed to be white. Well, I will be taking a look at that for surezies. Let's make sure she's still got the zombie eyes. Yeah, she's still got zombie eyes. And he's still got his eyes. So I am going to go ahead and accept it. One step at a time, Reitanna. You try to do too many things at once. You never finish one project, you just move on to another. You work on multiple projects at the same time and you stress yourself out. Okay. But I'm gonna try not to play... That's not a very pleasant trio! I need to take a picture of that. I'm gonna go and... This scared the crap out of me! Why are they together? I can understand Hannibal wandering around, but why are they actually together? Is there something going on between you two that I didn't know about? There are some unhealthy things that Silent Hill 2 Pyramid Head would do to the monsters, so... Silent Hill is not a happy place. A lot of Wayward City environment is actually Silent Hill / just generic horror survival game based, because, you know, I like that stuff. I like it. I love it. Let's make a movie out of it. Oh, they did. And one was better than the other. Alright, so look at that. Alright, I'll come back to this. As for the family, I probably won't play them often because of the fact that my poltergeist likes to take this away. It's not a toy, woman! So, save and go to Manage Worlds. Let's go over to Sim. Try to develop a relationship. And look at the traits I gave them. Hopefully Gaz won't be a cock blocker this time. Last time when I was trying to get them to interact, she was just yelling at Dib the entire time, and I'm like, get out of here! As for Gur, I'm gonna try my best to actually make it... Well, first off, I'm gonna make his head. I will be able to do that. I don't think I'll be able to make his mouth move. I'm also gonna try to make his doggy disguise. As for the body, I will just have to make it as robotic as I possibly can, but unfortunately I probably won't be able to make it look like Gur, so there's only so much I can do. But right now, he's in full body pajamas, has blue eyes, and a panda hat because reasons. Alright, so I'm gonna pause this so we can take a look at everybody's traits. So... And these are based off of playing with fire versions of them, not any, nothing canon, but playing with fire, my versions of playing with fire, Zim and Dib and Gaz are still close to what they're supposed to be. So, loner, bookworm, space nerd, curious, tech genius, introvert, romantic, insane, goody two-shoes, good, genius, lonely intellectual, geek, star student, independent, mentally gifted, super genius, speed reader, alien guru, natural leader, savant, never weary. I made him that because he would probably also have insomnia. Observant, connections, because of his rich-ass dad, night owl, handy, collector, webmaster, quick learner, and alluring. Zim! And he has a... I think I gave him a... What kind of walk did I give you? Why do you use the toilet while sitting? I don't know. Tough walk. Unfortunately, there was nothing similar to his goose step he does. So while we're here, antiseptic, because he hates germs. He's mean. There's no trait for ambidextrous. You can choose right hand or left hand. Zim is ambidextrous. So he was automatically given left-handed, so I just kept it. Hot-headed, cannot be impregnated, alluring, independent, shameless, relentless tease, self-assured, clothing, menswear, dastardly, physically gifted. I mean, he is an Urkin soldier, so he was trained in these kind of things. Tormentor, pyromaniac, hardly hungry, determinator, handy, arrogant, night owl, toilet use setting. Okay, whatever, Zim, whatever floats your boat, little alien. Mastermind, not because he's obviously not very smart, but because he knows how to make people angry. Childish, he's a teenager. Dib and Gaz are also teenagers. Temporary genius, because sometimes steel bladder. I don't even know if Urkins can use the bathroom. I don't know how their waste works. Excitable, sarcastic, male, cannot impregnate, violent, ditzy, he's an alien, never weary, sickness, resistance, tough walk, feminine frame, and jealous. I tried to dress her up as much like playing with fire gas as I possibly could, but I think she needs a lot of work. Also, why did I go to there? I wanted to go to the camera. And I'm not sure if I'm happy about her hair. So in order to replicate the way her eyes look in the cartoon and in the comic, I made her eyes as small as possible, and I gave her completely blacked out eyes and heavy eyelashes. You can still sort of see that they're open, but I honestly don't want to try and make a custom mask for her to close her eyes, so that's good enough. I mean, she doesn't really look that supernatural, so why not? Okay, so, Gaz, as a teenager, would probably have just that one best friend, and she's dark, doesn't really care. She hates everything. So, introvert, mean, lazy, unmotivated, unflirty, excuse me, anarchist, violent, hot-headed, frenzied rebel, nihilistic. I mean, she's not one to, obviously she's not one to feel suicidal, she's not like that, but she doesn't care about life, like it really doesn't matter because we're all gonna die anyway. That doesn't mean that she wants to die, but she doesn't not want to die. Honestly, if someone held a gun to her head, she'd just be like, or, say something mean or something, she'd just be Gaz. Compulsive gamer, sarcastic, rebel, unemotional. I mean, she can feel anger, but I just wanted to do that so that she couldn't feel, Gaz. You Invader Zim fans know Gaz. Shameless because she never gets embarrassed, so independent, mastermind, tormentor, carefree because she never gets tense. Night owl, savant. Super genius. She has shown multiple times in the show that she is just as smart, if not smarter, than Dib. Mentally gifted, muser, quick learner, home turf, dastardly. And grr. Oh, I have a new trait for you, dude. So let's go ahead and close this since we're going in there anyway. Should I make him sweet? I mean, I think I gave him enough happy traits. I didn't give him never weary because he has been known to sleep in the show. Let's see, artificial intelligence. And it should be this one. I think I have sleepless artificial intelligence too. Let me double check just to make sure that I'm not clicking the right one. And I don't think the Sur units are immortal. They can be destroyed. I mean, he was in the trash, so... Sleepless robot, that makes him so that he's a complete robot. I mean, he is a complete robot, but it doesn't say in these traits, but it said on the description of where I downloaded it, the differences between them. And so I think the artificial intelligence one is the closest one that I can get, just so that he can still feel emotion. I didn't give him hilarious because even though his character is hilarious, he's not like the type to actually tell jokes. He's just obnoxious. And should I give him innocent? Oh, no. But wait, I wasn't done watching it. I want to see what happens. What? I need it. Tantrum. Okay. Yeah, let's give him Drama Queen because of that one instance. Well, there's been a couple of instances where he overreacted at something. Okay, so there's Robot. So that's like Sleepless Robot, except they can sleep. Durr. I'm now not counting Gergo's crazy and stuff. Sleepless, artificial intelligence. So yeah, artificial intelligence was the one I needed. I also didn't give him too many social traits because of the fact that he can go either way. I mean, he doesn't really care what happens as long as he's having fun, because he's just the dumbest little thing. So it's not like he'll willingly go up to somebody with the intent to socialize. He just would go up to somebody. I also didn't make him a toddler because the toddlers can't have... Unfortunately, I can't add all these traits to a toddler, and because, let's face it, Gur is like a child. I wanted to do toddler just because of the size, but yeah, you gotta prioritize. So he's a child, he can use the toilet standing apparently, whatever. Hyper, dunce, sickness resistance, professional slacker, absent-minded, cannot be impregnated, prankster, optimist, ADHD. I'm not saying he has a mental illness, I just needed these buffs. Curious, shameless, antiseptic, artificial intelligence, sassy, determinator, glutton, naturalist, cheerful, night owl, clothing, menswear, insane, steel bladder, excitable, male. Well, yeah, even though he's a robot, he's technically a male. So, goofball, masculine frame, drama queen, ditzy, carefree, cannot impregnate, silly, good, active, spice hound, morning sun, right-handed, slob, and physically gifted. I didn't give him the autistic trait because those buffs involve anger. Okay. I'm not trying to be offensive or anything. It's just the fact that we need certain buffs to make the sim act different, a certain way. So we're gonna be Dib, and we're gonna try and get... Are you feeling flirty? Dib is embarrassed. Hang on. There we go. And he's focused. Don't embarrass yourself. No! Oh my god, don't embarrass yourself! What are you doing? I didn't tell you to do that. You're so lame. You're so awkward. Now I could do this the right way, or the cheating way, and I could just max their relationships, but I think it's funner this way. Why are you looking at Gaz? Gaz! Go away! That's it. Go here and talk about toys. You are surrounded with pink aura. I've never seen that before. You're embarrassed again? There you go, buddy.
Florine.
Why are you pink?
Oh, Ebon.
On
And see, his
TV.
plumb bob has a little thing on it because he's an alien.
Fantarble, Fimpy, Lockswin, Yaspar.
Come on, guys.
Pomeray Bahira, Mazzy.
Yabosa.
In playing with fire, they don't. I can't spoil anything. Never mind.
Galimpo.
Never mind. Never mind.
Oh, Dag Dag.
Also, in playing with fire, Teenage Dib is a bit more, quite more attractive. So, why are you acting like that, you weirdo?
Galimpo. Alupaz.
Ni Waba.
Varric.
Krafabawari.
What is?
Yarl.
His back. I made this,
Florine.
but I obviously didn't do it well enough. I think I know how to fix it.
Blue Drip.
It requires making a new diffuse map.
Scan, Lampima, Galimpo.
Do you know what sex is?
Wanush Dobo. Melange.
Umfra?
Oh. Console.
I don't even know what that does.
Huh.
Ooh.
Can you imagine talking to Zim about world peace? Why does it still say I'm discussing things with Gaz?
Ooh.
Yay. Pickup line?
Badoba. Bajang.
Ah.
Oh, what?
Oh.
Zim!
Kazoo.
Yadavalk.
It bugs me that he has ears and a nose. Oh, Dib.
Rasha?
Oh, Dib, stop being awkward.
Ah, kiss a no I wanna fetch.
He's arrogant, so
Tuga? Oh. What's up, boo?
he would like to be complimented, right?
Wanji and Nerb? Ooh, Emkafoof Gaffa.
Oh, you're embarrassed again? Smooth recovery. Oh. Are you bipolar? I didn't make you bipolar. Okay, that canceled that out. Where are you going? No. Come, get back here, you little lizard.
No big Lars. Sul Sul.
Neeb.
Oh my god, you are being so difficult.
Oh. Scroble.
Completed your homework, really?
Oh! Flarba.
There you go, see?
Oh, me ploy your bands.
Vipasol.
Arises
You
all
both-
nably Ginzo.
Wanji.
Ooh.
Deshibi. Moshka.
Click on you.
Oh, Ishla.
Refsi.
Oh, blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Legenzo Sanush.
Well, Daisy.
Your personalities are so conflicting.
Gorabani.
Droba.
Anram Liray.
Ooh.
Earlier, Dib
Oh.
discovered that Zim was an
Sinead.
alien really quickly.
Asking
So
of
that was,
Varric
I was happy about that.
Avenor. Umav. Oh, Dag Dag.
Yubene. Fantarble, Fimpy, Lockswin, Yaspar. Gownim Shersha, Gribbick Sabal.
Oh, Parsigap. Fribifrolas.
Please accept this.
Varobi.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Abswars
Yay.
Napatani. Kirasha. Oh, Raskan, Lampima, Galimpo.
Tugabachar.
Dorave Cueva.
Carson.
Why won't you let me
Oh,
compliment-
Samisi. Bumkaro.
do it, do it, do it? Don't reject him.
Aflin Wadida. Apodola.
Zob.
Don't reject him.
Uh,
Yay! He kissed his eye! He's so short.
Yambala was Susa.
Yay! Oh, good.
Oh, Bantrip.
Um.
Ah, Popsine.
Oh, I clicked on Dib.
Rev C. New Drip. Afwash. Niara and Azuk. Kisana.
You guys... that makeout session with his
I'm a
eye.
rainbow hero.
You guys need to go
Busy. You showing it?
have sex.
Let's see.
Brenabo Legenzo.
Oh,
You can't do that yet.
Rebalfa Clogum. Yasmiz.
La 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 la
sure.
la. Attempt to seduce. And
Kiss
offer you a
another one
rose.
fish.
Shower. Take a cold shower.
Lisa? Oh, Serpino Vanabi.
Or you could take care of
Fire
things
mooks.
another way. Yay, flowers.
Morehe Baringo.
What's wrong with you?
Yes,
Why are you acting like that? You're so dramatic. What did you do? Oh, they just discovered he was an alien because this is a different sim. Or save.
Sebene Gafa? Brifna.
Kibaya. Benchwi Noosh.
Let's see what this does.
Move to your bonza? Uh-huh.
Oh my god, Dib.
Ibara? Wig out.
That was so weird.
Noi.
So,
Aw, cute. That's a long hug. Yay. It's because I have a mod that makes hugs more
nod.
meaningful.
Yibs Kinad. Garza?
Ibs. Chiba Ibs.
Yay! Jumping around like little girls!
Fantastic. Fimpy.
And ahoy.
Okay.
Elfin
Ooh.
Hobaro. Lenarg. Oh, Ruscan. Lampima. Galimpo. Oh, no.
So, is it because he's an alien that he gives off an aura depending on how he feels? Okay, I'm not sure if I can show this based on mods, so it really depends if they get undressed or not. To be safe, let's do this. Okay. So I guess teenage woohoo is mess around? Are you guys... Well, Dib didn't get undressed. Why are you fine? What are you doing out here? I also have a... Oh, good. They're still in their clothes. I also have a mod that makes... gives pillow talk. So instead of just falling asleep, they do this. They cuddle. They'll, like, teasingly pinch each other or whatnot. Okay. You get into your sleepwear. So, here's Zim and his pretty little antennae.
On that.
I am very proud of them. And his alien eyes. So,
Obi. Oh.
look at the body. He's cute. I'm very proud of the antennae, and they took way longer than they looked like they should have. The nose and the ears bug me. I should be able to take those away.
Fidish.
Goodbye. I just got laid, he says. With my clothes on?
Bosa.
Yell at her.
Malspec Mobsy Vombo.
I tried to make her voice as high as I could.
William Galan. Blarnell stop.
Zim did his homework. Why are you smelling the cereal?
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Sarpava. Plashma Valaru.
You know,
Nudge?
in reality, she probably would have kicked his ass. I didn't mean to leave the... Okay, whatever. Whatever you do. Okay. So that's enough of them. How long have I been going? I'm not sure. Alright, so we got Zim and Dib on board. Harry and Draco are going good. Let's go see them. Because I've given them traits too. They are in East Clearwater Park. Other than these windows, I haven't done much with them. I did give them their traits. That's how I found out the hard way that toddlers can't have extra traits. Excuse me. Where are you? Go home! Quote unquote home. I'm gonna write a description of this lot because I called it the room of requirement, so I'm gonna write the description. How did this get here? Oh my gosh. Harry? I don't even see you. Where are you? Dude! I don't even know if this is like what little whinging would look like. In the movies, it looked kind of suburban. Okay, God! I have to show you what I did to Harry. I haven't tested the shirt that I altered for males. Okay, hang on. Oh, but somebody helped me with Draco's hair finally. I was having problems with cutting the numbers and stuff I don't really understand. Okay, so let's see. He's got his scar still, and it's hard to see, but he has his I must not tell lies scar right there. It's not too old, because he's 15, so. But I also have a bloody version that would be more fresh. So, let's... Crap. Crap. I'm gonna pause this. I'm not taking any chances with not safe for work stuff. Hang on, I'll be back. Then again, he is male, and the thumbnails show males regardless of what they are, so they're not boobs. They're not boobs. It's fine. As long as I don't go into the bottoms, it's fine. I'm safe. Safe for work. Even though the males still look like they have, like, little boobs, but I'm like, that bugs the crap out of me. You have no idea. I'm also having this issue where if I remove the clothes, he wears that. I don't know why. For some reason, the default women's underwear is suddenly also default men's underwear, including the bra. It's stupid. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong category, of course. Did I put it in masculine? I know the original is in masculine. No, that's the wrong one. It is supposed to be in feminine. My goodness. Scatterbrained Reitanna. That's cute. I need to track down some of the ones that aren't working. If this is what I think it is, I so too have the mesh for that. Don't lie. Well, that's a short version. It's a thing that I made. Aha! Moment of truth. How did that happen? And why does it still look like you? Oh my god! I I'm so sorry. It makes me think I should make a top like this for a different sim. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what this is supposed to be, it's supposed to be this shirt with a flattened chest and no breast definition. You still look like you have boobs there, but then again, something's obviously wrong. Okay. And here's Draco's hair. I haven't edited his hair for formal because I guarantee that's going to be difficult and unpleasant. So it's kind of clipping into his cheek a little bit. Let's fix that. Any other issues? Issues in the ear. That's okay. It's not really noticeable, especially from far away. So let's put you back in your other shirt. I just want him to wear this. I want him to look girly. But I don't want him to have breasts. Why can't they just make feminine clothing that's not too revealing for males? Because, like, I have a tube top and stuff, but...
Ooh.
I mean, Harry's not really like that, so... And with his bra, I can't give him accessory clothing. Otherwise, I'd give him an accessory shirt that I have.
Ooh.
I mean, I could technically give him this, which I successfully... How did I successfully flatten this chest and not make it weird like the other one? I wonder if it's... I don't know. And then I could put the accessory clothing underneath. I could also give him the female nude top, but that would still give the illusion that he has boobs. Problems, I say. Problems! He's not the type to wear a belly shirt. Breasts. I gave him something baggy because it hid him well. That's pretty undefined, but still, the belly. This is what I gave him. Because I felt maybe the bagginess would help. I don't think I have anything better. If this corset was a different... No, he wouldn't wear a corset for daily wear. I was gonna say if it was a different color, it's for males, so that would flatten the chest, and then I could do accessory clothing. But that's not a happen, and... I could give him this, but they're not interesting clothings. Problems, 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 problems. Oh, you're gonna love this. So I got a typewriter. I downloaded a typewriter. What's that? That's a computer, right? It's not a computer. It's a typewriter. The person who made this didn't change the other LODs for it, so they used a computer for the base. Pause. They used a computer for the base so that the typewriter acts like a computer, but they didn't change the LODs. So I'm gonna have to go in and do that instead. Now, in their room of requirement, the only things they have are the fireplace, the bed, some cabinets, and a sort of bath that looks like a hot tub impressioned into the floor. But obviously, if they're living in here, they're going to need living stuff. So I actually put the bath in here, even though this is technically a swimming pool. I put a real bath right there, toilet and everything. I'm not finished with this, so the kitchen is not finished. For entertainment, I have the bookcase, I have chests, I have a radio because they do have radios. I'm not sure how they work, but this was the best that I could do. It looked the less technologic. I also have a little notebook somewhere around here, so there's that. And I will be putting in a lot of decor, and that's a trash can. That's a teapot. And that is not a refrigerator, it's an ice box. So I can imagine, I mean, the Amish use ice boxes to refrigerate their food, and I'm sure that's what we did before refrigerators were even made. So these are not functional rooms. And to blacken out the windows, I put pictures to cover it from the outside. Let's see what it looks like from up here. Okay, so I'm not done with the outdoors yet, but I really like these fountains. It's a llama fountain, and you know, I didn't want it to look like a haunted castle. I wanted it to look pleasant because, let's face it, Hogwarts is really pretty. So I'm making it pretty. And then there are flowers crawling up the walls, except for around there. I only have a limited selection of stuff. It's like that moment you realize you have tons of custom content but not enough. This is a fishing hole, and I know they have a log around, to search for frogs. So I made a little garden opening, and then I made this little flower arrangement with a walkway around it. I'm pretty happy with it. And then, again, non-functional windows, and up here is non-functional flower garden thing. Hey, it's a bird! Hello, bird! So I just slapped down a bunch of flowers right here. I was going to put stairs up here, but then I'm like, room of requirement wouldn't lead outdoors, and it lets in outside light. So there's no way to get up there. It's just there for show. It's so pretty. I'm not very happy with the door, but, you know, it's okay. And then we got stone benches, which are the type I would imagine would be... Oh, and since the mail system, I can't choose to receive my mail by owl, I'm gonna pretend that this is an owl's perch. And I'm actually gonna put a decorative owl on top of it. Hopefully it can still be used. I also have a snowy owl, so I could put that in a cage to make Hedwig. So I'm gonna perch an owl right here to signify owl post. The traits of this lot are as follows. Romantic, because that's the reason why they go into the room of requirement. Homey, because they made it comfortable. And private, because no one can enter the room of requirement unless you know what the room is. Now, I don't know why I made it daylight if I'm just going to go back down. Let's go look at the traits. So, Draco, this is Eye Candy's version of Draco during 5th year after he got over a lot of his problems. So, there are also traits that I have given him in Eye Candy. Did I say playing with fire earlier? Did I have a Freudian slip? Okay, but you know what I meant. In Eye Candy, he's, you know, mostly I try to keep them in character, but at the same time, remember this story is one that was my attempt to make a really, really, really bad idea into a good story. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you will agree that it sounds stupid, because it does, but I'm making it work, and it's unbelievable. So they are a little different to fit the story. And Draco's more rebellious. He's not a mini Lucius Malfoy. He dresses rebelliously. So he's arrogant, a rebel, determinator. Rebel doesn't have a description, unfortunately, so I have no idea what buffs it has. Determinator, self-assured, romantic, sassy, oh my god, they're sassy, relentless tease, materialistic, jealous, good, nonchalant, attractive, mastermind, sarcastic. I still kept a lot of his actual canon traits just because he can still act like this. He just has been able to choose who he wishes, you know, who he acts like that toward. Speed cleaner, because I imagine he's very neat. A great kisser, mentally gifted, connections, because of his father. Savant, independent, natural leader. I made him independent because even though He's not socially awkward. He doesn't need a bunch of people to socialize with him. Before, he obviously was hungry for attention. He would always, try to boast about things to get attention, but he's done a lot of growing up since then. So, carefree. He can get tense, but it's rare, so I gave him this. Natural leader, night owl, sincere, hardly hungry, speed reader, poetic, seducer, potion master because he's good at potions. I think that's his best class. Shrewd, alluring, and muser. And Harry is neat, optimistic, cheerful, a perfectionist, romantic, sweet, goody two-shoes, shy, good, determinator, self-assured, attractive, likes white paint, speed cleaner, sincere, antiseptic, great kisser, observant, temporary genius, beguiling, night owl. I put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Seducer, alluring, companion. He doesn't have a spouse, but, I need the buffs. Gregarious, high metabolism because he can eat like as many sweets as he wants and not get fat. And quick learner. So the reason why I was able to succeed in making him more feminine was because, and I quote from the 4th book, he has a mean stature, which means, stature? Mean stature. Wow. Oh my god. Reitanna, dumb. So, mean stature means he is small-framed, and that would likely be due to spending 10 years under the stairs in a small cupboard would have stunted his growth. It's the same with just abandoned children, like, I don't remember what her code name is, but there was a child who her father kept her on one of those torture chairs, the one that I have in the abandoned it wasn't a torture chair per se, but it was an old-timey toilet. It was a wooden chair that had a hole in it. There was a bowl underneath it, and there were straps tied to it. And he kept her there while she was a baby. There was no sign of sexual abuse, but he did do verbal abuse. He would bark like a dog at her, and he'd never speak. He wouldn't allow anybody to speak to her. When she was asleep, she'd be in a crib, tied up in a crib, even when she was about 12 years old. At age 12, she looked like she was about 6 or 7 because she was so small. She was technically a feral child because she could not speak. She had no idea about social things. She was even her mother couldn't see her. Her mother wanted to save her, but she never did because she was afraid of the father. And the brother definitely wanted to save her, but they were all afraid of the father. When she finally did something, the condition of this child, dirty and small, and they said, how old is the child? Oh, she's 12. And they're like, oh my god, she looks like she's, 7 or something. And so basically it's a really sad story, and there was a movie based on the story. I don't remember what the movie's called, but anyway, it's just a fact that if you're kept in a small, constrained area, you're gonna have growth problems. So obviously in the movies, Daniel Radcliffe is manly, obviously. In the books, it doesn't necessarily describe the angles of his face. It only describes that he has gotten taller at some point. He's skinny and lanky. I changed that. He's probably taller in the books than I made him, obviously, because he has to look like a girl. But he still has a mean stature. I keep saying stature. Oh my god. Why? Suture? Is that what I'm trying to mix it with? The sutures? Stitches? So, mean stature. He did not get too tall. I imagine Draco would, though. And because of his mean stature, I also gave him a feminine frame to give the illusion of him not developing, keeping a lot of boyish features. Let's face it, young boys and young girls can look exactly the same, dress a little boy up in a dress, which they used to wear dresses back way when there was no gender specific clothing. They're gonna look like a little girl. Babies, you can't tell. And the only way you could tell is because pink is a girl color and blue is a boy color. But in reality, pink used to be the boy color. Anyway, enough about that. The breasts! So that's why I was able to make him look like a convincing cross-dresser because of the details given to me in the book. I just had to add, my own fanon stuff. So, and Draco, based on his features, when he was a child, he was already angular and pointed, so when he got older, no matter how effeminately he dresses, he would still look very manly. I imagine he would shave a lot once he started developing body hair, like around his face. Lucius Malfoy doesn't have any. He has a smooth face, so I think he would automatically be conditioned to associate clean-shaven with upper class, I guess. So that's that. I could go on to into different reasons about why they look like the way they do, the details about the story, blah 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 blah. But I am actually going to end this video soon. If you're interested in eye candy, note that a lot of the chapters are 18 and up, but the rest of the chapters that aren't 18 and up are 16 and up. I have them on my quotive, whatever. You can just look up Reitanna or Reitanna Seishin or whatever, and you will find my profile. I have a couple of quizzes on there. I have the Muffin series and the Reitanna fiction series up there, and I have, I believe, up to 21 chapters of eye candy up. I'm not finished with it, but I still have chapters that I'm able to post. I just don't do it often because I don't want to catch up with myself. So if you're interested in seeing how somebody makes a terrible idea into a good story, go ahead and go over to my quotive, whatever, and you can read it. Just be warned of extremely mature content. And the writing style is a lot different than I usually do. The writing style for eye candy is much more casual, less professional, and sarcastic. It is meant to be comedic, it is meant to be silly, and I also, while I'm writing it, I have the book's chapters right next to me so that I can follow every single detail as it progresses in the book for realism. I don't plagiarize. I will make them say what they actually say in the book, but that's in quotations. You are allowed to do that. However, when it comes to describing scenes, obviously I'm not going to take J.K. Rowling's words, but you can take somebody's words and see the setting and describe the setting in your own way, which I have always been very good at doing. So it's not intended to be, plagiarism or anything, no matter how similar it may be. I actually don't really feel like they're too similar. So, I try my best to describe the events as they happened, but, I've just always been really great with details, so it wasn't really that hard. But still, there are a lot of situations where they will have to say the exact same dialogue from the book, and that's because even though events are happening differently in a different order, or not in a different order, but under different circumstances, they will still have said the things that they said. It keeps with the realism. Also know that the chapters have been spell checked and proofread a couple times, so I'm sorry for remaining typos. Now before we actually end, let's be sexy for a little bit. I have a mod that replaces the single rose with a huge bouquet.
Oh,
that is so cute. Oh, you can upload images on a computer because wizards. Really? You're not boyfriends yet? I think it erased a lot of their relationship status when I had to transfer them. Oh, Draco, you don't know what a phone is. Neither do you, Harry. No, wait. That was dumb. Of course Harry knows what a phone is. He just doesn't use them anymore. Well, then again, he was like 10, so the Dursleys wouldn't have allowed him to use the phone. Especially not after their first year when he tried to give Ron his phone number and Ron screamed into the phone. Aw, that was cute. Since you don't get naked... What? Monkey around? Exchange promise rings. You do not have enough friendship to exchange promise rings. Aw. Be enticing, more choices. Go and mess around.
Fruit Simba?
I thought I had a mod where it enabled them to be able to woohoo, but I guess I was wrong. Wicked Whims does it, but that is definitely not for Twitch. So, I guess they're making out. But story-wise, you stupid typewriter. Story-wise, they would... Well, currently they're messing around. They haven't actually gotten... Reitanna, you should probably stop talking about that. Are you guys done? Will this... I hope this increases the, Wow.
Oh, yes.
That blanket glitch. Who else is under there?
Oh.
Pillow talk. 'Cause sweetness. Oh, they're so cute. Good night. Or good morning? I don't know. I never know what they want. Aw. Oh, I never showed you the bigger sweater. The bigger sweater! Okay, pause. Okay, so this is the sweater he wears to bed, in the story. I took EA's mesh and made it big because he likes bigger sweaters. He likes sweaters that go past his groin, like sleeves that cover most of his hands. And on the sweater that he sleeps in, there is a cute version of a snitch. And I drew that. Oh, and this is the necklace that Draco gave him in 4th year for Christmas, unknowing to Harry until after the second task. So, bigger sweater! He's so cute. Look at his little socks, his little pajama pants. He's so cute! Anyway, so yeah. I know this video was long, but I guess that's what Twitch is for, so I'm not going to apologize for it. Sorry for getting off topic, though. That's a habit I have. Anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe and click the little bell. If you're watching on Twitch, please follow me and spread the word of awesome. Become a Reitanite, and I shall see you later, alligators and crocodiles. Goodbye.